so many years, but still time hasn't passed you by. Still the same as the day we met. Go, I see desire in your eyes. You got me dreaming, dreaming again. You've got me screaming for this night to never end. I'm gonna tell you, baby, the city lights are shining bright. I see that heaven's out there, maybe. I wanna take you tonight. Love is a river, baby. Take it where it flows. I'm off for living, honey. You shake my very soul. Stand before the setting sun. Your flame never fades. Shine, shine on. You're in the spotlight. Shine on. You're in the spotlight. The heat is rising, baby, as I am falling for your heart. I look into your eyes, I'm blinded, and I am coming apart. You got me dreaming, dreaming again. Got me believing your heart is heaven sent. Stand before the setting sun. Your flame never fades. Shine, shine on. You're in the spotlight. Shine on. Shine, shine on. You're in the spotlight. Oh, baby, won't you shine out in the spotlight? Oh, baby, won't you shine out in the spotlight? Oh, baby, won't you shine out? It's been so many years, but still time hasn't passed you by. Still the same as the day we met. Go, I see desire in your eyes. You got me dreaming, dreaming again. Okay, I'm here. I'm trying to figure everything out. Dude, it's been so long. I forgot a few things. I forgot to send the guys the link. I forgot to open up this, and then I opened up the iPad to read the comments, and it logged me out of Facebook. I didn't know my password. I changed it, but I don't remember it. And so I had to do all the codes and shit. Oh my god, dude. Facebook will send it to your trash. It won't send it to your email. It won't send it to spam. It'll go right to trash. I don't know. Must mean Facebook is trash, I guess. I don't know. But I'm here. We're back. It's been a while. It's been months. But the only thing that got me out of retirement ish thing is Steel City. They got me out of retirement. I mean, come on. I've been itching to do this. I mean, I've been wanting to do it again and this and that, but it wasn't working out. It just wasn't there. I mean, I kept trying to do things and trying to connect with artists and trying to do that. It just gets overwhelming sometimes when you got dates and they don't work out or whatnot. It looks like my thing is freezing over here. I mean, if anybody's in the comments, tell me if my feed is freezing over here in the comments because it looks like it is. I don't know. Who knows? But anyway, I got Mike and Jason here, and I don't know. Should I start off with a song? We'll bring him in. Let him come in here. Come on in. What's up, guys?
What's happening,
What's up, man?
Hey,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. We didn't even test this out before we did this. I usually test and all that other crap. I mean, I was behind. I knew I was forgetting something. And
I just want to say before we get started, awesome shirt. It was like that's Jody Wilk's shirt.
Jody Wilk. Yes.
One of the best live concert photographers going. Love that guy.
Cheers
His
to
daughter
Jody.
is awesome. Yep. Oh, and by the way, here you go.
Jody.
Apparently it's photography. It's photography shirt day. Christopher
Carroll, another great dude, man. Then you got like Neil Limsay. You got Joe Schaefer. I was wearing my Joe Schaefer one night, and I think I was interviewing Jody Wilk's daughter. Oh my God, why can't I think of her name?
Shannon.
And I was interviewing her in her new band, Ultraviolet. And he's like, I think I was wearing my Joe Schaefer shirt. And because Joe sent me one. And
I have one of those too.
Yeah. He's like, hey, you want a Jody Wilk shirt? He messaged me. I was like, sure. And I think that was one of the last interviews I've done. So today I'm like, what shirt am I going to wear? Oh, wait, I'll wear Jody's because he sent it to me and I haven't done one of these since.
I thought to myself, I was like, I have a Jody Wilk shirt, I have a Christopher Carroll shirt, and I have a Joe Schaefer shirt. And I figured, well, we've got a lot of these interviews lined up over the next, couple of weeks. I said, I guess I'll wear the Christopher Carroll today. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to wear the Jody Wilk shirt on another day. And I'm going to wear, the Joe Schaefer shirt so I can promote all these guys.
Right.
That was my plan. But, today we're killing two birds with one stone. So
I have gotten a message before going, they'll be like, hey, what shirt you wearing tonight? Because I always try to change it out. If I'm interviewing Steel City, I'm not going to wear Steel City. I'm going to wear something else to promote somebody else also, and like you'll wear Christopher Carroll. So I was like, and I've told people, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know until it actually happens. Today I had no clue and it just worked out.
There you go.
Yeah. So how you guys doing? What's up?
Doing awesome.
How you doing?
I mean, you guys, it's exciting right now. It's very exciting. It's
pretty
new
cool
record
stuff.
come out on September 20th, so we're really excited.
September 20th, you're chomping at the bit. You're like, oh my God, these people have only heard 2 songs. They got to hear more. I've heard them all. Oh my God. And I got to get that out there.
It's got 9,000 on the video, so that's good.
Wow. I didn't even check that out. I don't ever pay attention to that. Every now and then I'll check to see because somebody will message me and they'll be like, hey, can we get on? And I'll see how many streams they have, and this and that, just to see what kind of, following they have. And got a good following. I mean, it is. We haven't seen each other since January.
Oh yeah,
correct.
Definitely
been a minute.
It's been a while, man. You guys have been in hibernation in the studio. You guys have been, just doing your thing. So let's get into that. For anybody that doesn't know, new label, Frontiers. Boom. Congratulations.
Golf clap.
Shout out to Frontiers for sure.
Oh yeah. Those guys are amazing.
Yeah. They are amazing, except they won't let me play any songs I want to play. I mean, your hands are tied. It's not like getting it from your buddy and you can just throw it out there. My hands are. I asked Mike earlier. I was like, "What's the next single?" He's like, he told me. I was like, "Can I play it today?" He's like, "Probably not." I'm like, fuck.
It's a little bit different now because we're
Yeah.
I'm used to being kind of like the king of the castle, the ruler of your own kingdom, and then when you do sign with the label as big as Frontiers, you kind of let them take the wheel, and they're doing a killer job to say the least, and we just kind of follow their lead.
Right, they do fine. I mean, they've got a lot of artists, and one thing about Frontiers, and I'm not, this is not negative at all. It's not really negative, but most of their artists sound the same. I mean, you know what you're gonna get, but Steel City kind of stands out because, and I was listening to the CD today, and you don't sound like everybody else, and that happened back in the day with like Warner Brothers and all the other record labels. They had many bands that sounded alike, and when Frontiers does that, they have a lot of bands that have that European sound, and you guys stand out from that.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, I mean, so you had Warner Electra, Atlantic, and they owned Viacom, which owned MTV. So they pretty much dominated the airwaves. Forget about it if you want a different label. But yeah, all those bands started to sound the same. But I think Frontiers, I mean, look at it this way. I mean, Westbound sounds nothing like Steel City. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I think they've got some diversity. I do. I mean, when you think about some of the other acts, I mean, I don't think we sound anything like Shay Kane. But then again, their singer's also, she's a lady. So I mean, there's that too. I mean, I think they have a pretty diverse group.
But there is a that do sound similar to like that Swedish rock kind of vibe, which I think we kind of fit into a little bit. We've got that classic rock thing going on with that kind of new wave feel. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Now, you and Jason were heavily involved in that, or I think Jason took the wheel, and then you guys were heavily involved in that, getting Frontiers. How did that come about? How did it actually? How did it come about getting on a label like that?
I'll tell you,
how much aspirin did you go through?
I'll give Chaz West a lot of credit here because he's the one that introduced me to these guys. Okay. And then when Westbound decided to leave, I kind of wanted to continue the relationship. So I happened to be over in Europe when the whole thing was kind of going down, and I decided to take a ride from Paris, France, down to Naples, Italy.
Nice.
So that helped kind of work the deal. But I will,
especially face to face. I mean,
face to face is key. And the biggest thing was, Mike had the package. He had the product.
Mike has a package.
Yeah. He had the product.
So, there you go, Mike.
No comment. No comment.
There's the guitarist ego booster. Mike has a package. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. You were talking about that.
When I say package, I mean, the band. He had the vocalists.
Right.
He had the songs. The songs in the can, which are key because, they don't want to sign somebody and just be like, okay, can you give us an album 2 years from now? They want to be like, okay, we want to sign you. Can you have the album done in 6 months? You know what I mean? Or sooner, and that's kind of the situation that we're in.
Right. They want it now. I mean, you want to sign? Okay, we see what you've done, but we don't want to wait. And that's the thing with Mike. He's constantly working, constantly writing. You can count on that. And I have heard that basically the next album's written.
Oh yeah,
I've heard this.
Mike works that way. He's always got the one album in the can.
Exactly.
That may be true. It may be true that the next album is pretty much written. A solo album is written. The next Love and Chains album is written. The next Steel City album after that, should we need it, also probably done. But
do you sleep at all?
Believe it or not, I haven't really been kind of studio bound for a while, because I've been just kind of focusing on this album, getting the album out and kind of promoting it, and just kind of trying to live in the moment of what's happening, with this album with Reverence. But I've got the worst part about it is I've probably got like 100 or so ideas that are just on, your cell phone, that,
Right.
your voice record, and that's where it's like you're just walking down the street, like, and I go, oh, that could be it. And so it's like I have to go through those and start putting stuff together.
Right.
Hopefully, I don't run out of computer space. But
And
it's fun, and the really cool thing is just being able to do that with these guys and have these guys put their own spin on the songs. I mean, that's really important because this is a team effort. There's no other way to say it. Everybody, whatever their role is, everybody has a role to play, and everybody makes everybody makes things go. Nobody wins the Super Bowl without having a cohesive unit and a good team.
Exactly.
And so that's the key. It's everybody's involved.
And that's absolutely right.
Being the bass player, I'm like the kicker. You know what I mean?
No. Okay. When it comes to bass players, Jason, you are you're the Boston bass man. Come on.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you're like you're like Steve Harris, where they're not in the background. They are prominent. They are up there. You got all these bass players, they just hang out in the background. They're happy with that. No, Jason, you're not one of them. So don't even label yourself as just a bass man.
Oh,
you
thanks.
are the Boston bass man, baby.
And that name was like given to me by believe it or not, I was in a Rod Stewart tribute band for, I would say, about 10 years, with this guy. And that's how I ended up getting that title.
Nice.
Well, it's not the Boston bass man. It's the, like, with 2 E's. Like the old English.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
The Boston bass man.
By the way, thank you for putting the picture of me playing Marilyn on there in the background.
I thought you'd appreciate that. I know that you love that guitar, so I was like, I know that's going on there. I mean,
we're working on making Elvis stage ready, because Elvis just, like, unlike the real Elvis just goes out of tune all the time, and so
he's got his own way to it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put a Floyd on Elvis, and not to let the cat out of the bag, but James Dean is in the works.
Oh, wow,
that's cool.
Wow,
yeah,
nice. Heck yeah.
Yep.
Now, the recording process with this. Now you have Frontiers Records involved. How did that go versus how it went before Mach 2? You probably all just send each other stuff and da-da-da-da-da. Now, how did it go with Frontiers? I know they got a base here in America, I think.
Actually, Boston.
Yes. So did you guys, were you able to go there, lay some shit down? Or was it all just package it up and send it?
That's pack it up and send it. That's pretty much it.
And that's how it goes nowadays.
Yeah.
Well, when you've got 5 guys in 5 different states, with different bands, and different schedules, it all presents its own set of challenges. And there were a lot of challenges to get this one together. But it comes down to again, you don't do this without a team. And one of the, the extra Beatle, or the silent Beatle, so to speak, Ty Sims.
Or George Martin,
Yeah. Ty Sims and Eric Johnson. But Ty Sims on this, really, I would, I get him all of the bass tracks, or I don't mean bass like Jason's, but bass tracks of, like, me playing the guitar with the, with some programmed drums, and I would send it to them. He would strip everything down to just the guitars. And then, then the drums were laid down. After the drums were laid down, then comes Jason on the bass.
Right.
After the bass is laid down, then it comes back to, if I need to redo guitars, then we redo some of those. Then it goes to Roy. Then Tony puts the, the spice in with the keyboards. And we had a little bit of a different workflow with this one, because we brought in Rob Kane from Love and Chains to, he kind of pitched in with the backing vocals, and quite honestly, man, it's like that dude delivered the winning shot. It was like for me, him coming in and helping with that was kind of like a walk-off home run. I mean, he was just awesome. So I mean, everybody contributed,
love it.
And Ty, the weird thing about this, it was just, on this particular album, Ty was just like, man, I'm the mix engineer. He's like, you're doing a lot of this, you're doing a lot of lifting. So it was like, kind of, but Ty is like my dude, man. I couldn't, as far as production and stuff, I don't think I could move without him, or a guy like Johnny Lima, who's done past Steel City albums. These guys are all fantastic. Those guys help, and they are definitely like another member of the band.
Ty has been involved with many bands that I like, and on the Kivel label.
Oh yeah,
And
Yeah.
I mean, he's great. I mean, he's worked with No Love Lost. He's worked with,
Right.
Wild
America.
Wild America. He's worked with Tango Down, and the list goes on over there. And he is just great, and to have him involved in this. Now I must say it. This.
He's done some Frontiers artists too. He's done House of Lords.
I mean,
yeah. So he's a great dude.
But this one, okay. Anybody that has heard Mach 2 or Fortress, you know what to expect. This one, Reverence, has a punch to it. It's almost like you took Mach 2 and gave it steroids, built it up a little bit. Now it's a macho man and it's coming to get you. I mean, it just.
That's right. You mentioned my favorite word, steroids.
I mean, it's like, wow, dude. I was expecting, and you expect stuff. You expect something, from a band, and most of the time you know what to expect from them, unless they go off the deep end and release Saint Anger, But
oh yeah, exactly.
Right, and it's like, but I knew what to expect, and listening to it, I was like, wow, this is more punchy, more gritty. It's still got all the harmonies. It's still got all the licks. It's still got the soaring vocals. It's still got everything, but it's like amped up a little bit. It's just more punch. It's a really good album. And I'm not just saying that because you two are sitting here. It's a really good album.
Oh, well, thank you. Appreciate that. That's really cool. Or should I say, because you mentioned the word steroids? That's right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic. We feel this is fantastic.
So Mach 10, yeah, Jim, Mach 10. This went to it's above and beyond now. So did Frontiers give you all your creative freedom? Did they, you hear about record labels going, hey, we gotta do this and we gotta do that. Did they give you artistic freedom across the board?
Well,
Hello?
What's that like?
I said, did they give you your whole artistic freedom across the board? No, we're not going to have this. We're just total artistic freedom.
I think there's a trust factor. I think they feel comfortable with Ty.
Okay.
I think that's a big part of it. So they kind of know what to expect. They know they're not going to get a bad product. And I think, they loved Fortress and they loved the Mach record. And they wanted something that incorporated, I think, the two just a little bit bigger. I think that's what, Mike Floros, brought to the table. And, the rest of the guys, we worked to just enhance that. Mike's a key songwriter. He wrote all the songs. He had everything in the can ready to go, as we talked about earlier. So
it was really fun. The only thing that they really wanted, they gave us the freedom to do everything we wanted to do, which was really cool. So that, I mean, they were really just, for being on, for being on the major label, THEE major label for this genre, for them to kind of just, stand back and be like, hey, do what you do and we'll listen to the finished product. That to me was kind of mind blowing, to be quite honest. The only thing that they were kind of sticklers about is they really wanted to have a hand in picking the songs that would end up being like the videos or the singles or the lyric
Okay.
videos, whatever. We ended up doing that, and rightfully so. I mean, because they're we're a representation for them, and
Right.
so I totally got that. But yeah, I mean, they were fantastic through the entire process. I mean, it was really cool. So
Right.
yeah,
And Walk Away as your lead-off single, dude, that tells the tale of what's to come. It don't give you everything, but that's it. The more bam, Walk Away was, when I heard it, I was like, damn, this is a really kick-ass song. And then, the next one, that's more of a Steel City song. That's what you expect. It's not as gritty, as punchy, but believe me, there's
Yeah.
a very good mix on this album. You have, we're going to get into songs. We might talk about a few of the songs, but some of my favorites, Dizzy, Midnight Dancer, they're punchy. Then you have, the journey that ends it. I mean, we'll talk about that in a minute. But it's got a great mix to it and everything, and I love it.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll go back to the journey. I mean, that song is amazing. That's killer.
All right, tell me about it. Let's start picking it apart.
No, you don't have to. I'm just saying it was amazing tune. And then we've got, have you heard the also we've got like
not.
Japanese release
has
that's
not.
supposed to do? What's that?
The what?
The Japanese release that we're
I have not, and I guess it's got some different
alternate versions.
Yeah, I don't have the CD. They don't send you a physical copy because they like to keep track. They stamp it somehow. I don't know. So if I put the whole album on my radio station, they gonna know it, and I'm never gonna get anything again.
Oh, yeah.
I'll probably face legal
Right.
action.
Yeah.
But they know what I'm playing, whatever. I don't know how they do, but they do, and I'm not risking it. But no, they didn't send me the Journey, the Japanese version.
So we get the whole thing done, and they're like, we need like another song or an alternate version for the Japanese release. And I mean, Mike came up with this concept with Ty that just like blew me away because it really spotlighted, Tony, as well as I. And it's just once you hear it's an emotional song, I would say.
I would encourage people. I don't know how this happens because I'm not that guy, and perhaps the Melodic Mafia or Glam Rock City folks will they'll take my
or Hairspray
my rock
Heaven.
and roll card. Yeah, or Hairspray Heaven. They'll take my rock and roll card away. I don't know, how you get a hold of a Japanese version of this album, but if you can, I can tell you this: Tony did the acoustic version of this song. It's just Tony and Roy. That's all it is, and it's Tony playing piano. It's the melody that I wrote for the Journey, and he made it his own. And then it's Roy singing, and it's the two of them together sound. I mean, they both just did such an amazing job on the song to begin with, and then it's just when you hear the acoustic version, it's really beautiful.
It's a beautiful song as it is too.
The weird thing is, whether it's the Journey or when I listen to, and maybe you've heard the album, Mike, but when I listened to the album, I couldn't think of any other song on that album that would sound better to close out the album than the Journey.
Right.
And to me, it's kind of tough because when I look at the streaming results for these albums, you see what happens with that. Sometimes songs like Down to One, which also really in my mind would not have fit any place else on Mach 2 other than the closer.
Right.
They don't get streamed as much as, say a song like I Ain't Dreaming About You or a song like Walk Away that's in the first 4 or 5.
Right.
And it's in a way it's a shame because my favorite song on this album, I mean, I love the album, and I don't mean to sound arrogant in any sense of the word. It's like when you write them, all the songs are kind of like your babies. But I love the Journey. The Journey to me, the Journey is the Down to One of this album. It's my favorite song on the album.
It's a great
song. It meant a lot to me. So.
What was the concept behind it so that people, they haven't heard it yet, and tell us a little bit about it. Where were you at when you was writing this?
Well, I was sitting right here.
Okay, let's get technical then.
And I was just thinking about, this song, of course, was written before, we were signed to Frontiers, and it's about your aspirations, about where you want to be in life, and about, you always feel like there's something more for you in life, you
Right.
know, and it's just about, you know, being able to take that next step, being able to take the journey, um, to get to that next step, to find your aspirations, to find your dream, and
Mhm.
that's really what the song was about. And it's just it's. I think of all the different the inspirations for the song. Um, like it's funny because in the pre-chorus I could hear like Eric Carmen and the Raspberries,
Oh,
which
wow.
Good band.
Yeah.
which people probably won't pick up on that unless they listen to this interview. Um,
I mean,
but then of
you
course,
said it, and I'm like, "What? Yep." I love the
and
raspberry.
then
Oh yeah.
in the
Go ahead.
bridge right after the it's like right after the Reb Beach esque
Oh yeah.
right after the Reb Beach esque guitar solo that kind of leads off the guitar solo, the bridge. There's all these little interludes between the vocals and the guitar, and that's kind of their journey-ish. I mean, I don't mean
Mhm.
the song, the journey. I mean the band.
Right.
So I mean, it's like there's a lot of different bands that are inspirational into making the song. And sometimes they're obvious, and sometimes maybe not so much.
Right. And it's just it is a great song, great to close out. I remember when we were talking on the phone last week or something like that. You're like, my favorite song was "The Journey," and I hadn't got there yet. I had gotten to the second to last song. I can't remember what that one is, but and it was time to go at work. It was time to go, and then I was like, okay, I didn't listen to it yet, but I'm gonna. And then I finally listened to it. I was like, oh my god, this is a really good song. It is and you're starting to get. Now you're going to be known for this. They're going to expect it that the killer song, the really thinking song, the really good song, the down to one, the journey, and whatever's on Mach 20 or whatever the next one is, because you're going to go up
Oh my
levels to
gosh.
Mach 2, Mach 10, Mach 20, whatever's on the next one. It's like people are going to go searching for that last song right off the rip. Oh,
hmm Well, you know, I suppose that's fine. Not every song can be like like some introspective, um, or like an introspective tune or something that is prolific or anything like that. Some songs are just the sex, fire, and desire. That happens. We've got a couple of them on this album.
oh
You
yeah.
know, and which
Oh
is
yeah.
weird because I never really wrote that in that style, but I guess it kind of comes out every now and again because
It worked.
everybody likes that stuff. But
Mhm.
um,
Midnight Dancer, Dizzy. I mean, these are
those are
kick-ass tunes.
yeah,
Not
those
what
are
I would have expected from Steel City, really, but it works like a charm. The
Thanks.
gu-
well,
the guitars, the harmony. There's not a lot of harmonies in there, but it's just power, and it's like, okay, this is them just rocking out, and you let Roy go off on the vocal. He just went off, and it works. I mean, it's killer. It's something you don't expect. It's a surprise, and it's just like, wow, this is kick ass.
thank you, man. I think with every album, you have growth. So there's that.
Yes, you should have growth. You
And I
don't
think
want to
I
stay
think Jason would
stagnant.
probably I think Jason would probably agree with that.
Yeah. No, I agree 100%.
We got to grow.
The band has definitely grown. It's moving
Oh yeah.
forward. I mean, we embrace the other records as well. I mean, I embraced the first record, Fortress, I wasn't even part of. I'll say to you that that was one of the first ones that I sent to the label, you know?
Mhm.
So, I
And
mean,
it's good.
yeah. I
I
mean,
revisited it today.
yeah, I mean, I'm impartial about even the songs that I didn't play on, like that first record. Because, Mike's such a great songwriter. I just,
Oh,
it's
thank you,
just,
man.
it's something that you don't encounter a lot, like, especially nowadays.
Right. I mean,
Wow.
nowadays they're just churning them out, and it is. You can tell when something's a song's got heart, and a song don't have heart.
Yeah.
You know, people send me music all the time, and it gets 10 seconds and it's done.
Yeah.
And then they hound you. Like I got this guy hounding me right now going, hey man, what'd you think? Hey man, if I didn't respond to you, that's bad news. Okay. I do not want to tell you, but if you keep hounding me, I'm going to tell you, dude, the song sucks and I'm not putting it on the radio.
Oh my God.
Simple. I'm
I heard this
gonna.
song the other day, so sometimes
Well,
listen on Saturday.
then he's gonna hound right after he's done hounding you. He's gonna hound Jim Hamby, you know, and then he's
He's
gonna
probably
hound,
hounding Jim Hamby.
then he's gonna hound Dangerous Doug, you know.
He's probably hounding
gonna-
everybody.
He's hitting up Rachel Logan. He's hitting up my hey man, you know.
Right.
There it is.
There was this old song. It was called "Don't Call Us, We'll Call You," and I just heard it for the first time today. It's hilarious. It was on. It's like 70s at 7 on Sirius Radio. It was hilarious.
Oh wow! Oh, so now we're saying serious radio on this. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What
On the
are
rock
we
altar.
doing here?
I swear.
Way to go, Jace.
It don't matter. It don't matter. It's whatever gets the music out there.
Promoting Sirius XM on the
No.
rock altar. You know, and the rock altar is also just for those who do not know. If you visit www.idoraentertainment.com and you hit radio,
okay,
rock altar, what shows up?
We're gonna get this up there now. We've done the brand. Retuned is up there. If you notice, we are partnered with them here at the Rock Altar, and we are partnered with them guys. Oh yeah, Idora, you damn right we are. So we're gonna go and put that right up there right now. Bam! Idora's up there.
There you go.
I just found out that Idora was a theme park. I mean, you and Jeff told me that, and I'm like a theme park.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a neighborhood.
Let's do it.
It's a neighborhood. It was a theme park. I grew up right across the street from the theme park, and a lot of the neighborhood kids work there. A lot of it's like my friends that lived around the corner from me all worked the front gate. There's a lot of times I might have gotten into that park for free. Just saying.
Free.
Yeah, faux free. F-O free. Faux free. There's a lot of cool stuff in Youngstown. Idora Park was one of them. Handel's Ice Cream, if you guys dig that stuff, that's also
I dig ice cream.
Yeah, Youngstown is
there's
cool.
a shocker. There's a shocker.
My wife's family, actually, her aunt is from Youngstown, so we always talk about Youngstown when I see them anytime.
All the great people in the world are from Youngstown.
Yeah, not necessarily.
And then, my wife was born in Ashtabula, which is right by there.
Ashtabula, Ohio.
Yep.
Ohio. You can always tell. Okay, I'm from Pennsylvania, so you can always tell because they didn't have like inspections and everything in Ohio, so you can always tell the cars that would come across the border, they'd be beat up and rusty. They never went through inspection. They never had to get maintenance on them. They were like
just because you're from one of those Pennsylvania type places.
Hey, I'm talking here. Fred Flintstone fucking buggy fucking things. Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay.
I'm not saying being from Pennsylvania is any fucking better, but
I lived in Philly for 2 years. There's a lot of piece of shit cars rolling through your state.
There's a lot of pieces of shit.
And they're not
from Ohio.
I love Philly.
Yeah. Okay.
They got Ohio plates. Oh no, wait. They're running from the law. So they got Florida plates on.
Oh yeah, Florida.
There it is.
Yeah, Florida. Do they even have inspections in Florida?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think they don't have them here in South Carolina either.
Oh,
no, they tried that. It was ruled unconstitutional in Florida. I lived there one day.
Unconstitutional.
It is.
Everything's unconstitutional anymore.
In Florida, especially.
Right. So
what?
All right. We'll give a little. Oh wait, we gotta do this. Okay, there's the album that hits September 20th. Save the date. Go pre-order. I mean, everything. Get Reverence. It is oh my God! I can't say. I don't. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna hound about it. But I love it. I think it's a great album. Everybody's gonna enjoy this. If you even liked Mach 2 remotely, you're gonna love it. If you even listen to Fortress once and I dig it, you're gonna love it. I mean, and there's nobody out there that listened to Fortress and said, I dig it. I mean,
Shout out to Nello Dell'Omo for the killer artwork, though.
Oh yeah,
By the way,
that is. I love the artwork on this album. It is freaking.
Yeah.
I just love the simplicity of it. Just bam, a shield and a sword sitting there in the neighborhood. I love it. I think it's just fucking great. It's fucking
there you
great.
go.
I love it. It's just simple to the point, and you're like, oh, this has got to be good because they didn't overdo the cover. And a lot of bands overdo the cover.
Well, you could thank Jason for that because I
Oh.
had an alternate idea to the cover, and he's like, "No, that's not going to work." And
Nice.
he chastised me, so there was that.
No, we we argued a
He
little.
beat, and by argued a little, he means a lot. So there you go.
It's a lot.
Bad. I was really stressed at that point. We were trying to get the record done and stuff like that. And I think actually there was a character too, which is kind of cool, and maybe we can incorporate that at some point.
A character
that goes with the
They did not understand my ideas. I'm an idea man, Mike, and it was
yeah.
I'm an idea man, brother.
It's a collective thing.
I think it was actually a good idea. So I'd like to.
I'm thinking
make a video.
I'm thinking kind of like Molly Hatchet had their guy. Like they always had like a knight, like a badass,
right?
Mother, motherfucker on the album cover. I had
there went the family show. Oh my god, dude!
You already swore. I don't want to.
But Mike's concepts were great. Mine was like not so good. When I look back at it, I'm embarrassed. I was like, I sent him like these pictures of like these really industrial buildings and stuff, and and it was kind of like we were kind of already doing that with one of the other bands. So he was like, we're already doing that with the other band. I was like, okay, you're right,
Right. Well, you kind of bleed into, when you're other things in your train of thought, you want to get that concept out there somehow. So you just check this one, really. And that's why you got different bands so that you can, different avenues of expression.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Now, one of the songs on there is called BANK. All right. Now, I've listened to the song. It don't say anywhere in there what the fuck it means that I know. All it's telling me is,
Mike,
the chorus. I need to know what BANK means.
Mike.
It's kind of like WASP, and Wasp has a song called BAD, and they don't tell you what it is.
Mike, listen to it again. I'm not giving it away.
Okay, I'm going to listen to it 15 more times.
You'll find it.
And I'll end up, but there's a song on there, they BANK, so you really got to listen to this. Obviously, I'm not listening to it enough.
It's there.
I'm sure
it's there.
I figured you might just give it to me just for the hell of it.
No,
just because you feel sorry for me.
Absolutely.
I'm stupid. I haven't.
No, I don't feel sorry for you. Not at all. No.
Damn. Wow.
It's there. It's there.
Wow. I think this interview's over. I mean,
what
I got nothing else. What a douchebag. So what do you got coming up? Do you got any album's gonna be released? What are the dates? What are the tour dates? Where are we going to see Steel City at?
We're working on that right now. So we're
gonna do something in January again?
We've got to regroup. I mean, not physically, but we're just gonna get the album out there. Then we've got to figure out the tour dates. We've got some opportunities. I've been talking to the guys at Sweden Rock, so European stuff, but that's only going to work if we can kind of loop a bunch of stuff together over there. We can't just go over there for one day.
Oh, no. You do maybe take a stop in London, do a couple shows there, KK Steel Mill, then head over to Sweden and then a couple shows, As long as you can string 5 or 6, maybe 7 shows together.
Yeah.
Boom. You could break even.
Yeah. And I mean, the January date, which we did it this past January, and we did it the prior April, which was like the New Eve thing. That's not off the table. We just haven't really figured it out yet. I've reserved the date at the Whiskey, but we'll decide if we want to do it or not probably in the next month or so.
Right.
I figured that. Yeah. On that note, actually, I just got my NAMM pass, which I was totally surprised.
Nice.
Evie, they sent it to me, so I was not expecting that. But hey, hotels go on sale tomorrow for NAMM, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And when you're special, when you're special, like the Boston basement, you get your NAMM pass sent to you by one of your by one of your not what is sponsors, endorsers.
Endorsers.
Yeah.
We got
Actually, no.
It's the hair. It's got to be the hair.
Fred Poole, who I met at Nashville NAMM, has just been awesome. He's like the general manager for PV. So I'm not really officially endorsed by them, but I've got a great relationship with those guys.
But he will be soon.
Yeah. Right, because you got an name pass.
Because to add to his cornucopia of endorsements.
Yeah.
It's like we were thinking about doing an endorsement page on Steel City, like putting it out there, like Steel City is endorsed by, but we need a whole other page just for Jason's
endorsement. Just for Jason.
So, just for Jason.
He's just the bass player. Really. But I mean, everybody's after him. It's a hair, man. He's got the legs and he's got the locks.
Oh, thanks.
He's got the looks and the hooks.
It's the band Beaver. I'm just saying. But shout out to one of Jason's endorsers in Sawtooth, because they're going to shoot some video footage there next week. So
they're
big shout out to them. That's really cool.
Joe Fuco, Tanya Fuco, awesome people.
Fuco?
Yeah.
Yes, Jim Hamby. The next name of the album will be Cornucopia. Cornucopia of Love is what we're going to call it.
Jason's Cornucopia of Love.
Yes. It'll be Jason's.
Yeah.
Yes. 100%. 100%. That's what we're going to call it. Cornucopia of Love.
Yeah.
And love will be spelled L-U-V, because we're going to go
L-U-V.
Yeah, we're going to go glam on the next album. I'm going to get like some fake hair. We're going to start coming out and being like Cornucopia of Love. Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe I'll get some of that. I'll go
pink hair.
I'll get some hair. I'll go get one of those. It ain't a weave, baby. It's fusion.
It's fusion. It's like licking stick on your head. I mean, it sticks.
I think,
dude, I've seen the way they do this. They just like, if you're going, it's thinning back there.
We don't need to talk about this. It's okay.
I'm just saying. You can get it, and you could be like fucking Superman, dude. I mean, Superman with locks.
Thor.
Yeah.
Thor.
There it is.
Hey, you be done with Superman. You be Thor. Hey, you already got the damn, what do you call it right here? The bag. There's your sword.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But Thor has a hammer, but you got a sword, so you'd be like special Thor.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, we'll make it
golden
an axe
locks.
time.
Oh, yeah.
And then on the next Steel City album,
that are crossed.
Yeah.
Right. You'll be on a horse, the locks, and you'll be like, "Rrr." And there you go.
Be Fabio.
Floros. Mike Fabio Floros.
I can't believe it's not like
Jason be like, nope, nobody's getting better hair than me.
Oh, stop.
It's true. It's true.
It's true.
Oh, no. Well, Roy's got amazing hair.
Yes, he does. Plus, he's got that Bob Seger beard, which just really flows.
Yeah.
So,
whatever.
And then Anthony's got killer hair, actually.
Anthony's got some cool hair.
Yeah.
I like Anthony's hair. It's just fucking straight up black, cool, flowing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what you guys use. You guys got to turn me on to what you guys use, because mine is not. It's got frizz and shit to it. I mean, but it's cool. But you guys got to turn me on to what you guys is using.
Okay.
Back to music.
I just use whatever my wife buys. So.
Yes, whatever. Hey, she's good, right?
Whatever she places in the shower for me.
Yeah, and she's got some beautiful hair too, dude.
Thanks.
I mean, I'd use her too. I do the same thing. Carrie just puts bottles of shampoo and conditioner. Tells me I didn't use conditioner till like a year or 2 years ago. She's like, you don't use conditioner. Here, you got to start using conditioner. And now I got to start taking vitamins and all this other crap. I don't know. So there you go, Mike. Vitamins and conditioner.
Back in the day,
that'll do it.
I was living in like LA, like 88, and there was this guy. He had like massive hair. I was like, "How do you get your hair that big? And what do you wash it with?" And check this out. So he used it was like Dove, like a bar soap. Like I was trying to put this bar soap in my hair, and it would make his hair like huge. Like I mean, he was like was that guy Jimmy Gillette?
Jimmy Gillette from Nitro.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
Oh shit!
And I did that a couple times, and I got the big hair. It was just crazy, but you know,
So if you want big hair, Dove is the answer.
yeah. But he was using the actual bar. He would
Bar.
just smush it all up, put it in his hair like shampoo, no conditioner, and he would just have this massive lock of hair that was like 3 feet high.
Wow! And you didn't even have to hairspray because the soap just held it in place.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow! Hey, tricks. I mean, we all like. I take my hair and just upside down and spray it and then tease. That's
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, let me know when you guys are done talking about hair.
Sorry, Mike. Okay, we're done talking about hair because Mike feels left out.
Well, Mike's got hair. He just shaves his head. So
I know he shaves his head.
Well, yeah, if I could I'll rock the Ben Franklin. There we go.
yeah.
Get you a kite.
Rocking the Franklin. Come out with attach a kite to the headstock.
Oh yeah,
Be like, just sit there, be jamming. Yeah, like the stage show will be like lightning strikes the fucking key on the kite.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There it is.
The next cover. Mike got a
There
horse
it is.
with a kite.
That works.
Cornucopia of hair.
I like it. I like the way that sounds.
I'm sorry. Oh my god, that was funny. You guys, that's why I like you guys. You guys are funny.
For you.
It started on here. I'll just shut up while you guys talk. Oh my god. All right, let's get back to business. What are we going to talk about? I'm sure you can find it over. Oh, you're over here. Oh, while we were talking about hair, Mike's in the chat room.
Yeah, we might as well, right?
Okay, we'll hide that. All right, so dates for shows after the album's release. So the album release
probably have
September
something.
20th.
Yeah,
there'll be shows going on. Hopefully, do a couple on the East Coast before you jet, and that would probably be Baltimore and shit like that, Boston, maybe Charleston, South Carolina. We'll just figure shit out.
Maybe.
I mean, what I'm seeing it, of course, it'd have to be the whole entire band, but I'm just putting this out there. We haven't really discussed this, but I would love it to be some kind of a big support tour. I mean, it would go out and support like a big name. That'd be killer because then we can get a lot more exposure.
Right. Exactly. And that helps. And you could always latch on with somebody over there, or if somebody's going over there,
Yeah. Exactly.
Get you on Monsters on the Mountain. Come on. We'll start pushing for that right now.
Oh yeah, we're a big fan of those,
Yep.
Yeah. That'd be cool. We're never gonna say no if they ask. We'd be like, yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they do
there, right?
I was just there, yep.
Oh great. How was it? Good?
Oh my God. They do such a good job. This year, the sound, for some reason, I mean, and you've got the Monsters of Rock Cruise, you've got Monsters on the Mountain, which is now the Mountain, but we'll always call it Monsters on the Mountain.
Yeah.
But the sound has always been great. This year, not so much. I mean, it was, wow. Some bands were just like, you could hear the guitar, then you couldn't hear the guitar. Then you can't hear the vocals, but you hear the bass. Yeah, bass drum was too loud. You couldn't hear anything. This guy's doing a solo. Tora got totally ripped off. I mean, my God, you could not hear the guitar. It's some bands, like Cold Sweat was great. Night Ranger, you could hear everything. Fog Hat was one of the best bands of the weekend for me. And
I love Fog Hat. That's my hero music.
Are you fucking kidding me with Fog Hat? They were about my least. That I was like, they're Fog Hat.
No, they're great.
Dude, they can jam.
Fantastic. Yeah, they're very good.
It was just a jam session up there on stage, dude. I mean, holy crap.
That's cool. I saw them a bunch of times, so I grew up in upstate New York, and for some reason, they always had the opening spot at the Glens Falls Civic Center. They opened for so many bands. It was ridiculous.
And they could close. Easy. I mean, I was in the back and kind of watching. And then I made my way up to about 10 rows back. And then I'm just involved. And they just went into the last 4 or 5 songs. and I caught myself just. I had a huge smile on my face, and I'm just bebopping back. They did Wild Cherry because the bass player used to play Wild Cherry.
Oh yeah.
Play that fucking music,
Yeah.
white boy.
Ooh,
They did that one.
I play like in an R&B band,
Yeah.
and that's kind of the highlight of one of our sets. Like I do this like 6 or 7 nights out of the week, by the way, on Cape Cod through the summer. It's winding down now, but that's part of our repertoire. I'm doing it probably for the last time for a while this next Saturday.
Wow.
So,
Dude, and it's such a great tune.
oh, it's a great song. I love that song.
And I don't care if you're a metalhead or you're a country guy or a pop person. That song comes on, it's going up, and you're singing. It's one of them too.
Oh yeah. Let me tell you, in the version that I do, so I've got the drummer from the Village People, believe it or not, Greg Baker. He played on all their. He toured with them, and he really, gets down. On those tunes. It's amazing.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Damn. I'll have to come up and check out that band one of these
Yeah,
days.
Mojo Kings. They're fun. They're fun guys. It's just mostly, we're a bar/cover band on Cape Cod, but in those, in an area like Cape Cod in the summertime, it's just like you're just nonstop. I'm kind of glad it's after Labor Day, because it was like I had no time to do anything else. I was just getting ready to do a 4-hour show.
Right.
You play, you'll play for 4 hours. Sometimes you'll play twice that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, okay. So September 20th, album release. Cool.
Yes, sir.
Pre-order on Frontier's website.
Yes.
So frontiers.com /SteelCity probably. Anything else? That's it. That's all I got.
All right. Well,
cool. We'll leave with.
Thank you for having us on, man.
Oh, absolutely. When I knew this was coming out and you wanted to get on, I was like, all right, we're doing this again. So I'm back doing these again. You guys got to tune in on Monday.
Oh, yeah.
Monday evening, I'm doing a special one.
Who's on?
19-year-old kid. His name is Ernie. He's in a band called Call Out.
Okay.
This kid did all the instrumentation and singing, everything, played everything on this album or EP. He released an EP in May, and now he's releasing another EP tomorrow. And oh my God, I'll send you links. This kid fucking rocks. Unbelievable. Rocks. So I had to get him on. Paul Adele from Dangerous Toys sent me this thing. And I'm like, oh my God, I got to get this kid on. So
if you ever talk to Paul, mention a guy that both him and I used to play with, Pete Froman, who's a great guy. He's a mutual friend of both of ours out of the Austin area.
Pete Froman, I talk to Paul almost at least twice a week.
Yeah.
Pete Froman.
Vroman, Vroman.
Pete Vroman.
Yeah, we both played bands with him, so really cool dude.
Okay.
One question.
Where's he at?
Pete Vroman is upstate New York, but he was out of Austin back when I used to play with him.
Did he just do a band? Was he involved in that thing with? Oh God, they re-released. They redid a Judas Priest song.
I don't think so.
Was it Screaming for Vengeance? Is it some?
Maybe. I don't know. I'll find out.
That name sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I'll look it up and I'll send it to you and see if that's who it is. Cool.
Any other highlights of Monsters of Rock? How was Bad Marriage? Good.
Bad Marriage is one of them bands that you got to see. I'd love to hook you two up. God, these guys are fantastic when it comes to being with the crowd and hanging out. I hung with Ian most of the weekend. Every time I turned around, he was there.
Well, I've known Jonathan for years. He was actually going to be one of the singers for Stardust at one point, but we could make things work with Matt Starr. And I've been like for a while. So with one of my other bands, we're doing some dates with them in the fall. So,
they're always, they're I call them now the hardest working band in rock and roll. They absolutely are. They're always on tour, always doing something. And this past time I saw their late show, which was about 10. on Saturday night, and then I got up for their early show, which was 11 or 12 on Sunday. I had to go see them again. I mean, unbelievable set. These guys have just, I seen them on the last Monster Mountain 2 years ago. They were on the big stage, fucking really good. This time it was like, oh my God, they went next level.
Now, Bill was telling me, he said that they pulled a lot of people from the Joan Jett stage, which was good.
Oh yeah, because Joan Jett wasn't that good, man. All I heard was she was horrible.
Oh, gotcha.
I didn't go see her. I've seen Joan Jett before, and I was like, I'm going to Bad Marriage. No way.
Wow.
And then by the time that show, Bad Marriage show ended, it was packed out.
Well, that's cool. So, I mean, this is kind of like full circle. So I kind of wanted to go into this. So Bill DiPaolo was really, he's been a real support.
Love him.
of the city. Yeah, he's great. So
Love him.
he wants to do some booking for us. So
Yes.
we'll be looking at him over the next month or so. And Mike and I will be talking to him about some dates and whatnot.
We talked. He pulled me aside, or I pulled him aside. I can't remember, but we talked. He's like, I'd like to do some stuff down in South Carolina. He's not really excited about the Myrtle Beach area and this and that. He's like, what about your area? I was like, he's going to come down and check out a couple of venues down here.
There's a place
possibly
like, I know you're going to have the Native Sons at that one time and didn't work out, but that venue,
Music Farm, yes.
It's Music Farm, yeah.
I'm looking at maybe doing something next year. It's going to be like all rolled into one. My 55th, Carrie's big one, and our anniversary. But we're also going to maybe, it's not going to be a Toys for Tots. It might be like a veterans kind of thing.
That's good.
So we might roll it all in one, do a big thing, and put it at the Music Farm. We're going to see about that.
That'd be cool. So
and believe me, if Steel City would be involved, I already told her Bad Marriage. Just a couple bands that don't get down in here a lot and that I want to see.
They played Myrtle Beach recently, didn't they?
Yes, and I guess it did. The Brick House Lounge did not. Bill wasn't happy with the way it was done, I guess. But they played the Brick House. I didn't get up there because it was a Wednesday or Thursday night, something like that. And Brick House always does that. They'll put people on a Wednesday or Thursday. But if I get you guys down here, Bad Marriage down here, and this would be like August of next year, so we got plenty of time.
Yeah, what's that place? Suck, whatever it's called.
Suck Bang Blow.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. That would be the shit. It's hard to get in there. I mean,
I've talked a few times. I've talked to them about Steel City. I've talked to them about bands that I'm not even in, because people contact me all the time. Can you help book me? And I'm like,
right.
That place is tough. I mean, I got a hold of somebody, and then like I went through this whole process, and then they're like, "Oh, sorry, it's not going to work out."
Yeah, and that's how it goes.
Yeah.
I mean, I've reached out and gotten nowhere, which is, I'm nobody. But I saw, the band Station.
Oh yeah, Station. Yeah,
Station. They got in there.
They
got in there in, I think, 17. I think I saw them. I heard they were playing. Chris got a hold of me. He's like, "Hey, we're playing Myrtle Beach, Suck Bang Blow. How far are you from that?" I'm like, "I'm an hour and a half. I'll be there." And so we drove up and saw them there. They did pretty well. I mean, it was in the winter, so there wasn't a lot of people. Yeah. It wasn't like the summer, but there was people there, and they did really well. I don't know how they got in, being from New York, you know, and not really that well known.
Yeah,
but they do some. It's just I know they like to do their own booking, so if they think I'm a promoter or something like that, they don't want anything to do with me.
So yeah, I mean, there's also, which is really cool too, which I did with another band. I'm not going to name it, but at House of Blues they have an outdoor stage, which is actually pretty cool, like on the back patio, which is actually pretty badass. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
Yes. House of Blues in Myrtle Beach. I mean, that's hard. That I don't know about that place. It's cool. I love it. I saw Skid Row there, and Buck Cherry there, but that's a little tougher to get into. The what do you call it? Suck Bang Blow would be fucking perfect.
Yeah.
I love the place. I've been there. I love the layout of the place. It's just so cool. And for like a Bad Marriage kind of Steel City kind of thing, and maybe somebody else, it would, dude, it would be it'd be a kick-ass place. Easy.
Yeah, that would be cool. We definitely. I love. I'm a big fan of Myrtle Beach, so I'm surprised that Bill doesn't like it, but I respect that.
I know he likes Myrtle Beach. I just think, from what I gathered, maybe just the something. I don't really know. The band did well. Everybody, whatever just the way it was handled, maybe. I
Gotcha.
think,
Okay.
is what he was looking at. Not going through certain people now, and maybe seeing what I can do in the Charleston area. I don't know.
Yeah, Charleston's
I
great.
don't know.
City.
Yeah, I love it. I think I love. I'm going to start working with other venues instead of just one. I'm starting to reach out to others, and I'd like to get back in the music farm. I was in there, and I had to cancel. And the dude understood; he knew what was going on, and I'm sure he's watching the news now about that band and going, "Oh my fucking god!" But anyway,
yeah. Anyhow, sorry, I went down a rabbit hole, Mike. Well, my apologies.
Dude, we always do.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's just thinking about sitting there thinking about hair.
No, I'm just responding to people in the thread in the chat.
Oh, yeah, I heard they were great. Oh, Stone Whiskey. Oh, they are good. We can get you hooked up with all kinds of bands around here. Come on.
Hey, Savannah's
Yeah,
cool.
that'd be cool.
Savannah's got a good. You were there with Westbound under
Yes.
this name.
Yeah.
Yep.
Under assumed name.
Assumed name. Hell yeah. All right. So September 20th, Reverence comes out. What the hell did I just do? Oh, hopefully.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Reverence comes out. Bam. September 20th. Pre-order frontiers.com or go to Steel City's page, Steel City on Facebook. I'm sure they got links up there to pre-order. If you don't, get them on there. I will share links, whatever I can grab on the Rock Altar page tomorrow and get your copy. Believe me, it's good. I like it. I really dig it. I wish I had I'm going to have to buy a physical copy because I only got the email right now. So it kind of sucks, but I'm going to have to buy a physical copy, which is cool. I'll buy physical copies. But, all right. Anything else you guys want to say before we jet on out of here?
No, I just wanted to go ahead.
No, just huge shout out to Entertainment Services of New York for always, supporting Steel City.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say thank you to everybody that supports us. It's really cool to see that, we're being so well received, I guess, a little bit more internationally now, because of, that has everything to do with Frontiers, being our label. And I want to say thank you to everybody at Frontiers who's been working hard behind the scenes to, to kind of push Steel City forward. And I want to thank them for the opportunity of being on the label. And just shout out to the fan family, man, because, whether it's, with Frontiers or any other time that we've, been in existence, everybody's kind of been really supportive. And we can't thank the people that dig the music enough, man. That's the reason why we're privileged to play music, and we're just glad that people dig it.
Hey, when you put out something good and you believe in it, and then people get behind you because they know it's not just something you're doing, it's something that's a part of you and you can feel it in the music. You're a fan of music, Jason, you're a fan of music, and you know how you respond to, bands that make you feel something. And Steel City does that for a lot of us. So absolutely, we gravitate towards you. And we thank you for your awesome writing abilities.
Well, my initials are MF, so there's that. That's it.
The Boston Bassman. The Boston Bassman and the motherfucker.
That's it. There you go.
Right. The. We will ride out of here on Walk Away. We'll just because that's got so much punch to it. I mean, we'll go backwards and revisit Walk Away. What do you think? Or do you want to do the new one? I got them both queued up. Which one do you prefer?
Whichever you please.
Either I got I Ain't Dreaming About You or Walk Away, because I'm not allowed to play
you please.
She's No Angel. That's what I want to play. We'll play She's No Angel. That's a kick-ass song, dude. I like that song. It's got
Thank
a
you.
fucking heavy guitar riff in that. I love it.
Yes, it does.
Oh my God, dude. Oh, I can't wait for everybody to hear it and start talking about it. Oh my God. I know people, this is going to be in lists. You know, like bands like No Love Lost were in lists last year, you know, kind of obscure bands that people just went and, oh my God, this is really good because stuff's coming out really good now. Reverence is going to be in top 10, top 20 lists this year. I guarantee it. I know I'm going to see it.
We hope so. That'd be nice. It'd be really cool.
Count on it.
I agree. Thanks. I really appreciate that.
Yep.
So I was just replying to some text messages.
And fixing your hair.
Yeah. You tell when I start to get stressed, I start to do this. I'm not really fixing my hair. I'm just like, my boss from my gig message. I was like, what's going on at work? Do I want to get up in this and like be on the phone or
you do not want to know what's going on at work. That's not what you want to do.
No, you don't want to know. My boss texts me, I don't answer. Ever. No. Hey, bitch at me tomorrow morning. Thank you. I don't give a shit. I'm not answering.
Strong work. Do not answer. Do not take the bait.
Yeah.
No.
Do not do it, sir.
No. No. All right. We're going to exit out of here and we're going to play Walk Away. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you so much.
And sitting down with me. I know you're busy with interviews. Frontier's got you lined up everywhere, and I appreciate you taking time for me. I love it.
You got it, man. Thank you for taking time for us, and stay minty fresh.
Stay minty fresh.
Yes.
All right. Y'all have a good night.
You too.
Later.
All right. Walk Away coming up. Like I said earlier, join me Monday 7:30 in the Rock Altar Facebook page, right on the page you're on right now. Ernie, I can't say his last name. I don't know how to pronounce it, but Ernie from Call Out will be here. You've got to hear this dude. I freaking love him. Paul Lydell sent me him. If Paul Lydell loves him and Jason McMaster says this kid rocks the fuck out, if them two that rock the fuck out believe in this kid, you got to see him. So be here Monday. Special show. We couldn't make Thursday work, so I wanted to get him right on. So we're doing Monday. So you can spend Monday with me. You lucky devils. All right. Thank you for everybody for joining me. I know we went a little bit over today, but that's all right. I'm back. Let's do this. So, Steel City, Reverence, September 20th. Get it, pre-order it, so it's in your mailbox by September 20th. You don't have to wait. Believe me, you want this CD. Here is the lead-off single. Well, not the lead-off single. Well, it's not leading off the album. It's not first. It's like fourth. But here's their first single, the lead-off single. Walk Away kicks ass.